mystery. This is swimming in mystery. This is just simply talking here, cap and headphones and glasses and mouth moving and screens and whatever is happening. This is the mystery. And it's a mystery that is so mysterious that it can't even be known as a thing apart that is mysterious. So this is nothing appearing as saying this is the mystery. And sometimes when words like that are used, it makes it seem like that maybe something is missed, that how can it be mysterious? Sure, this is a computer, this is a meeting about non-duality, it's 2023. I know what it is, I know who I am, and I know whatever. And life seems to be, or appears to be, based utterly, completely on knowing. That's the currency of the world, where I know who I am and I know what this is. And what's been suggested here in this gathering is that life, or what is, or this, is wonderfully, totally, and completely unknowable. So then it won't then be known as a thing apart called mystery. But mystery is as good a word for this isiness, for this unfathomable happening. And that's sort of what we're kind of going to talk about. This mystery is not anyone's, and it's not a realization that's anyone's, that this is a mystery. It's just, all the knowings can appear to collapse, and they're so fragile, really. But and what can also appear to collapse, because it's another story. But that sense of me and the world, and what's left is just simply what's appearing to happen, like it always was. So really, what we are sort of venturing into here is this mystery. And this mystery also appears as it not feeling like a mystery, and it can feel quite uncomfortable. And that sense of knowing and knowing the world can sort of become like a straitjacket, or a very, very tight held sense. And that loop of knowing can become so unbearable that perhaps a seeking for something beyond knowing can appear to happen. And seeking takes a gazillion forms, from wealth right through to spiritual, to whatever, you name it. And somehow or another, it seems like there's a stumbling across a communication not dissimilar to this. And it's a communication that really offers absolutely nothing. And it's sort of attractive and repellent at the same time. It's sort of, it's just can't be held on to or grasped or got. And but at the same time, nothing on offer can be quite confrontational, can be very dissatisfying. So there's a sort of a push and pull with this communication. And we might talk about that. And but it's really very simple and ordinary, because all that really has been said, all that really, really has been said, is that there's just what's appearing, however that is. So with that in mind, if you haven't been here before, just click unmute and ask a question or say what's there to be said. And if you don't want to do that, just put a comment in that little box there, and I'll get to that when I get to that. Actually, there's one in here. The way you are speaking is just my thought telling a story in the head. Right. Okay. I don't know how things happen. No, I don't know how things happen either. I don't know how I appear to be saying. I don't know how I appear to be saying. So this mystery is as everything. Anyway, let's have a go and let's see what happens.
Hi, Frank.
Hello.
It's just like I just wanted to share, like it's really so amazing how really shockingly unknowable it is. It's like really crazy that you never know what's gonna appear any second from now on. It's just like I don't know what comes to my mind. It will be like life without condom. Like I don't know. It's just like so unknowable, like but so fresh at the same time. No, it's like so fresh and so alive.
Hmm. Yeah, it's an unknowability that where even unknowable is not, it's not noble as unknowable either. It's just a word, it's just a word really then. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. I don't know if that's that's a question. I'm still very easily drawn into the stories in the head. So all there are stories in the head. There isn't you and the stories in the head. There's just stories in the head. If there was a you, you'd be able to jump right out of the stories. You are the stories. The attention keeps going into the stories. Well, if that is what's being described and felt, then that's what's being described and felt. Isn't that amazing? So useless. Um, it feels like I'm making a big decision to quit my job in the week. I want to leave my job and the experience is heavy. Okay. I mean, if that's what's happening, then that's what's happening. I am not fighting against your message, and I don't want to feel like I am a person making difficult decisions. Decisions appear to be made, and fight away because it's not my message. It's not even a message. Decisions appear to be made. There's just no one in there grappling, but grappling can be what is described and felt. There's nobody in there behind the eyes, under the crown of the head, furiously figuring that all out. But that could be, no, you can't, no. And it's, there just isn't someone in there that can get this. So nothing happens then. Exactly and totally the same. No one gets that there's no one. Given that that sense of separation is so widely experienced, presumably it has some function, purpose in terms of evolution. All there is just what there is. If you're going to talk about evolution, then we're back in time and the story and things evolving. Please don't say that evolution is just another story. No.
Hi again.
Hi.
It's just so funny that there is nothing on offer here in this sharing, like that there is absolute poverty. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a doing. It's just how this appears to be. It's just that's just how it is. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay.
I think
Hi. Yeah.
it's just I'm still confused. How do you live every day?
I don't live every day, but living every day appears to happen. I don't know how to breathe, think, feel, but everything just appears to happen. Thinking, feeling, talking.
Okay. Okay.
And it's the same there. It'd be very heavy balancing all these tasks for someone, this breathing and thinking
Yeah.
and seeking. You wouldn't know how to seek and you wouldn't know how to begin or end seeking, but seeking appears to happen. You wouldn't know how to breathe or think or feel or have an itch or blink.
Yeah.
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 Or pump the
Yeah.
heart and all that blood around the body or whatever. It should be a heavy task, all that.
It's not how I feel.
Okay. So what are you saying? How is it felt then? How is this?
Well, hearing what you're saying confused me.
Yeah.
Because my living experience is different. But I still understand what you are saying and believe that's what you feel, which is
No.
different from what I feel.
Well, really, there really what's being said here is that there's just this isness, this unfathomable whatever, this mystery. That's really all that's being said. So there's just hearing the sound of a voice and questions appearing to be asked and sounds of traffic outside, whatever. And this is nothing to do with understanding at all, because I don't understand. It's just nothing to do with understanding.
Are you able to study?
So studying sometimes happens, or reading or whatever. I wouldn't be the very best at studying, but studying sometimes can happen. I did a course last year and wasn't very good, but whatever. So studying can happen sometimes, reading, watching a movie, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sort of worried I might lose the ability to study.
Right. Ah,
Crazy.
so
It's just a thought.
that's lovely. You see, me really thinks that that me is holding the whole universe together, and nothing would happen without good old me.
I
Sure,
know.
if me wasn't here, I'd just go to bed and I'd never get up and I'd never do anything ever again, because I can't fucking be arsed. And then, but I mean, actually, that's a lovely thing to do. But normally going to the bathroom appears to happen then, or hunger appears, or whatever. So
Yeah.
good old me has never done a thing. Imagine all of this and that worry. It's all happening without good old me.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's just how it appears to be. Everything. So nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Do you at one point feel like you were losing memory, like harder to remember things? During the process of waking up. Okay, so nothing happens, and I don't know how to do remembering, but remembering and memories appear to be something that happens. And there isn't a process of waking up. This is it, like this. What needs to happen for this to be more this? Just hear the sound of a voice talking. So maybe this needs to have a halo or glow with lights, or there needs to be infinite, whatever, something. But the mystery is whatever is imagined about all of that is just another story being imagined about waking up, about liberation. Even there's an imagination about nothing happening. Nothing happening must be something pretty cool. Otherwise, they wouldn't talk about it. So, yeah, nothing happens. This is nothing happening. Woohoo! Oh, fuck. No attention at all. I don't really get what you mean by that.
I mean attention, like how do you pay attention? Just attention going everywhere.
Well, I mean, I'm not doing anything, but paying attention appears to happen. And so here a question comes in and then there's a response.
Okay.
So this is unbelievably, wonderfully ordinary. So this talking here, that question is as much the mystery as somebody pontificating about anything or saying something, talking about energy. So that question is this fucking mystery. Asking that question appearing to be asked is the mystery. Those thoughts appearing to happen is this mystery. And that feeling of whatever that might be described as what tightness or separation, that's also just appearing to happen. That's not useful or helpful. So, because all there is just what there is. So whatever is described and felt and thought is the mystery. But it's so ordinary. It's not special. And yet and it's not holy or spiritual or anything. It's nothing at all that's imagined. And yet,
Okay.
it appears as imagination. It's this as imaginings.
So any fantasy, it just appear,
Yes, yeah.
and I don't have to worry about it appearing.
Well, I can't say what it can about having to worry or not having to worry, but worry appears to happen, and worry sometimes and doesn't happen.
Okay.
So it's this is outrageous because you're not doing anything. You're not asking that question there, and you're not worrying about fantasy and all that. It's just happening.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
So I don't know what to say is this. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Mm. Just responding.
Just responding, just appearing to ask a question, just responding, no difference. Appearing to
No.
seek, appearing to respond.
Mm. Mm. So my questions doesn't matter.
But they're questions. Neither matter or don't matter. They're just appearing as questions. But then nothing matters. Everything's just gone. It's this sound of voice. It's not intelligent. It's not about knowing. It's not about anything significant. It's just this appearing as meeting, appearing as question, appearing as hearing.
You don't have to defend yourself.
No, there's nothing to defend. There's nothing to try. There's nothing being convinced, there's no attempt to try and convince anyone of anything. There isn't anyone. There's this just appears to happen, like everything. So if it was about convincing or defending a position,
Mm.
then it'd be about knowledge and information and proof. What proof does no proof need? Because all we're talking about is just this ordinariness, this appearing to happen, this hands and this thing and this and water and
Do you lose the need to improvement?
so I don't have anything, but
Because you lost it.
I didn't gain or lose anything. But then you could say all these ideas and images and held beliefs and that sense of whatever. But it's all these stories stacked upon stories about what this is, about who I am. And it's normally validated elsewhere. In every part of life, I am validated. And everything I think is validated, and even validated in when it's disagreed with. So but what we're appearing to talk about is this outrageous mystery, this unfathomableness here, where voice is talking. So like I said at the very start, this is swimming in and as mystery, as that question, as this response. So then, if wanting to go to the gym and train, that would be what's appearing to happen. If wanting to avoid going to the gym and pricking around the house for the entire day to do anything but go to the gym, that would be what's appearing to happen. And all the thought stories and all the ideas and all the imaginations of what could be, should be, would be, it's just playing out. It's just happening. They have no bearing whatsoever. Like a word can't capture any of this, and yet suddenly, immediately, inescapably, this appears as a voice saying that a word can't capture any of this. It's this. It's like a thunderbolt in the face, and yet it's nothing. It's gently caressing every tiny cell, every breath, every thought, every feeling, every sensation. It is then the seeking.
Yeah, there's just no way stopping the seeking.
Well, if there was someone in there, they could start the seeking, and then they could get it going again.
Yeah.
They could stop it
So,
and start it and whatever.
yeah.
So it's just seeking appearing to happen. So
Yeah.
you couldn't do anything, you couldn't start it or stop it or whatever. You're not there doing anything, but seeking can be how this appears to be.
Yeah. Yeah. But there is a feeling of being annoyed, noticing the seeking.
Right.
Like part of it knowing, there's no knowing, but it keeps trying to know.
Yeah.
And it contradicts, and it's uncomfortable.
Mm.
And it's a part of it trying to stop it.
Right.
It's like sometimes it's fighting really hard.
Which is almost, it's so seeking not to seek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's
Okay.
why. It's happening.
That's clever, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's very good. But you can't do that or not do that, but it can be what appears to happen.
Yeah. It ends, then it ends.
Mm?
Or it doesn't.
Nothing happens. This is it, though.
Yeah.
See, nothing is not a thing that happens.
Mm.
So it's this then. And in a way, this sort of gathering exposes, let's just say, the seeking, because really nothing is unoffered. Now, of course, it can be imagined that nothing is a thing, because nothing cannot be imagined. But it exposes that, if there was someone in there driving the dream bus, this is the last place they'd be. They would have got this and they'd be off doing hot yoga or meditation or something. Do you know? So it just exposes already. There's no one in there appearing to come along to these. There's no one anywhere, but it just wonderfully exposes, because look, there's nothing on offer.
Yeah. Yeah.
All we're talking about is just this unfathomable, just this talking here. We're actually just talking about talking.
Yeah, it just after listening to your video, I just naturally don't have the interest in meditation or Buddhism or Christianity or anything. I am not religious to begin with, but it just for no reason. I after listening to you, talking to you, I just don't have interest in now even like self improvement.
Right.
Like yeah. And it just losing interest in a lot of things. And it doesn't matter.
Well, it's what is being described and felt. So it's
Yeah.
not that it doesn't matter or does matter.
Yeah.
It's just what's being described and felt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Hi, Frank. All there is this. What about the rest of the world? Regards. What about that? Which part now of the world, which story of the world are you going to tell me about? Is it the mainstream one? Is it the one in the local village? Is it the one in the family? Which one?
Hi, Frank.
Hi, yeah.
So what you're sort of saying there is all there is this. There's no rest of the world. So there's no me, and no me is bound by its immediacy. It's what's occurring.
So what is being described is really that this is the mystery. Just that question there. And then this response. And that this is the unknowable, unfathomable. Now, stories appear to be told about this, just that, okay, it's a meeting about non-duality and that blah, 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 whatever. But really what's being talked about then is just constant return to this just so then world and universe and it's all just another story. It's anything, essentially anything but sitting and breathing and talking. That's the movement, sort of, just anything but this. Don't say it's this. Well, it's this appearing as, don't say it's this.
How many times do we have to hear this?
Say that again.
How many times do we have to keep hearing this?
743.
Almost
So
there.
I think you're probably at what now? Yeah, you cannot hear this. I can't hear this. I can't say this. You can't hear it because there isn't anyone in there already.
Are you suggesting I believe there is a me here?
I'm not suggesting anything like that. It's you that knows all about me.
Give up.
Have a go at that then too. I'm going to try giving up now.
In the quietness of this meeting, all there is this, that's fine. But when the humdrum of tomorrow, Monday morning starts and it's all go again, you seem to lose this quietness then.
You see, there isn't silence. There isn't Monday. There isn't having anything. But it seems like that there's a sort of a wanting to hold on to anything, you know, wanting to hold on to sort of pleasurable things and push away anything that's uncomfortable. But it's always trying to hold on to the world in essence, to have this. And that just seems to be how it is. I want to have the world essentially. And but what can't be had is the wanting to have this. It's just happening. And so then whatever, so there's immediately just this, and then when this meeting appears to be over, there'll be whatever that appears to be, but it'll be fully, wholly and completely that. And this it'll be another story about a meeting. It's always this, it's just this.
This is absolutely fine, but
And it's absolutely, what's that?
This is absolutely fine, but tomorrow morning's this is
a pain in the hole. A pain in the fucking hole. Yeah, it can be like that too. Yeah, tomorrow morning can appear as a total pain in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like you've got to go with the flow.
All right.
Take it as it comes.
Yeah. I don't know how to take anything as it comes. All there is this. So then there's a reaction then to whatever appears to be, feeling fucked off, annoyed, upset, at ease. This isn't a state. This isn't a held thing. You know, it's everything. It includes everything. Everything. But you can't have it. Really all there is just what's appearing. So if whatever, a little bit of something about tomorrow morning is there, then that would be what is.
How can this be described as seeking? Sitting here with 29 participants. Where does this description's seeking come from then?
Don't know. sometimes it feels like a story and people are saying it a total story, but sometimes it can be very, very uncomfortable, and this can feel very frustrating, and this sort of communication can be nauseating almost, because whatever. But so seeking, they're general statements. Seeking can be what's described and felt, or nothing at all. Just sitting here, hearing a voice, and appearing to enjoy then this sort of thing can be how it is.
Yeah, I think that's a fair description. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for nothing.
Mon plaisir. Hi, Frank. It seems like the individual in a moment by moment needs to survive, always hoping for something better in the next apparent moment and seeming to experience anxiety as part of this apparent process. So you don't need good old me to feel anxiety, but feeling anxiety or anxiety can appear to happen. And hope, there isn't hope and the individual. You could say the individual is hope, but, or you could just say it's just hope appearing. Do you still ask your friends or family for advices? No, but I mean, it depends. If there's some technical money or some situation, there's asking somebody for advice that might be able to advise, or there's venting about some sort of issue. Pretty good at that. And so yeah, and it's not that I do anything. It's just that asking advice or whatever can appear to happen. It's very subtle, but it's everything really, that sentence. There just isn't anyone. So then all of this, all the questions and the trees and the sky and the grass and the voices, and doesn't require good old me.
May I say something about this point? Yeah,
Yes, yeah, of course.
it's because after sort of knowing there's no one in anybody, and I feel resentment when my mum trying to tell me what to do.
Yeah, join the queue. Mammies tell you what to do. That's definitely something that appears to happen. And that being really annoying. Yeah.
But it's because I realize they're not God, real God. They're not, they don't know better than me.
Yeah, nobody knows anything really. It's all just big old pretending.
Okay.
Mm,
I don't know.
yeah.
So confused.
All right. Yeah.
Hello, Frank.
Oh yeah.
Am I getting feedback?
Yeah, I think you've got I've noticed you've got two there. Yeah. It's probably one of them.
How am I going to get rid of myself?
It's impossible. You're already not there.
I might just log out and try and come back in again. Okay.
Well, I can remove the other one. I can
Will you?
remove the one. I'm going to kick you out and we see what happens with that, will I?
Okay. Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready now? Hold on. For dear life.
Am I still here? Oh, you can hear me, yeah?
Yeah,
All right.
that didn't work, did it not?
It did work, yeah.
I know, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
I forgot to laugh, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been around the houses a fair bit. I'm a bit sick and tired of it, you know, so I've given up.
All right.
Just, I've given up, which is great, really, you know. I find that that's marvelous to just give up, you know.
Yeah.
But I found a little thing the other day written by, unfortunately, I didn't write this, okay? But it summed up where I've arrived at without having arrived, you know?
Right, yeah.
Do you mind if I read it out?
Mhm.
Okay. I am that. But, this is the but. I need to take responsibility. I need to heal my life. I need to go deeper and become more aware. Be here now, enter the stillness, save the planet. Express my emotions.
Oh, God.
Think positively. Become the witness and be blissful. Find a guru. Be useful. Find the meaning of life and calm my
Oh,
thoughts.
stop. Stop.
All right? And go on
Stop.
and on and on. Be more practical, Frank, and get enlightened.
Oh, Jesus.
Find my soulmate, Frank, and get in touch. Get in touch with my feelings, right? All right.
We need a guitar here.
You need a guitar,
Somebody with a
yeah.
beat. We need a beat. You need to start again. We need somebody to get the guitar going, and we'll.
And after all that,
or the violin, go on, yeah.
and after all that, I find the best thing to do is I just go and make a cup of tea and read the paper.
All right, yeah. Good luck with that. Yeah, thanks for that. That was
That's
definitely...
okay. You're welcome. No fee. Yeah. It's all very funny, really, isn't it?
It is all very funny, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it can appear slightly not funny. Can appear as torturous.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I find coming to the conclusion that taking this seriously and trying to understand it is a useless way forward. I don't think there's any way forward. It just, if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't happen, then that's fine as well.
Well, you see now, nothing happens.
Yes. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
But yet it appears to happen.
Nothing appearing to happen, but there's no it. This is nothing appearing to happen. This is it.
Okay. Okay. This is it. Full stop.
This is it. This is saying this is it then, yeah. But saying full stop also.
Mm.
And going,
Yeah, okay. So there's nothing to do really.
Well, now, there's nothing to do or not to do. There's just whatever appears to happen. But there isn't anything in there that can drop away.
Yeah.
So this ish that, might happen, not happen, blah, 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 whatever story, it's just another story then appearing to be told, really.
Yeah.
But, that's just what's happening then. But this is so wonderfully, totally useless, and
yeah.
You see, it's just, there isn't any arrival. There isn't any getting. There isn't any, how can you get closer or further away to this? And this isn't even a place, like, it's just somehow then appearing to say stuff like that.
Yeah. you do arrive at a point though where you run out of questions. There are no questions remaining,
Mhm.
which I presume is this as well.
Yeah, it can then appear that there's no questions being asked, really. Yeah. And it can be so obvious then in a way that it's just nothing to do with knowledge or information. Because what we're talking about is just so fucking ordinary. You know, it's this. So it's saying it's this. It's swimming in mystery as whatever is. So it's just really at the core, there's just no one in there that can have. And that is used to having everything. And
Okay, Frank, thank you very much.
all right, thank you. I just see, is there a kinder spirit? Nothing happens, nothing is happening. The nothing is the happening. This is nothing happening. But that can't be known then. So it's just this then. And yeah, it's as everything, it's as this meeting appearing to end and Zoom, whatever, turning off and going downstairs to eat food and watch a bit of TV or whatever. It's so totally ordinary, and yeah, that's it. So thank you all very much, and that was lovely.